BHS, Business Honoring Spirituality. And this morning we had an amazing speaker come to us and a webinar.
Great morning here at BHS, and I intend to be back soon.
I would like to invite all of us to just breathe in, close our eyes, and experience that love. As we take this moment to ground ourselves, to allow the universe, spirit, to allow all the information we are open to receive to flow through us, and that we are open to our new experiences, our new relationships with each other, our connections with our presenter this morning. We are in that place of gratitude to open and receive each one of her pillars, her toolbox that she so willingly and lovingly gifts to us. We take this moment to acknowledge not just others, but ourselves. How we've expanded, how we've grown, and we open to the real possibility that prosperity is limited, that we are guided, and that we listen, and that we are connected in love. And that love carries us through all the ups and downs, all the challenges of the world. We know that love is all there is. So we take this moment to connect, and we take this moment to open up our hearts, open up all our energies to receive Fiona's message this morning. Her 8 pillars brings us gifts beyond measure that we are able to receive, to assimilate in our own lives. And we are so grateful for her presence with us this morning, and that we are in joy, knowing that each day is a precious gift, and that each day our purpose becomes clearer and clearer. So I take this moment just to be, just to feel the love, the connection, and the light in each and every heart, and each and every being, and our contributions to the world that needs us so much in this time. So I release this prayer knowing that as it is said into the law, that it is done, and that we are in that place of spirit, and that we receive the 8 pillars of Fiona's message with great gratitude for her and great gratitude for each other. So release this knowing it is so, and so it is.
Oh, thank you for that beautiful prayer, Joanne. I appreciate your commitment to helping us get grounded in our online event today. We'll see you in the Zoom meeting after the presentation. Thanks for joining us. My name's Anthony Pritchard, and I'm the meeting planner for BHS. It's my great joy to invite fantastic business presenters from all over the globe to share with our commitment to personal and professional development as spiritual business owners, and we invite you to join us. We invite you to join us after this broadcast for some lively virtual business networking. You have to be inventive and innovate in times of change like this, and that's certainly what we've strived to do with our virtual networking. BHS is a community of spiritually minded business owners. Our mission is to empower business professionals to be successful through education, connection, and spiritual principles. And we've moved from an in-person meeting to an online event. We are a community of over 2,000 active participants, and we usually get anywhere from 30 to 40 live viewers every other Thursday morning. So I invite you to settle in, grab your favorite coffee mug with something wonderful to drink inside of it, and get ready for our presenter for the day. Fiona Drake is an award-winning mindset and business coach working with business owners and entrepreneurs to take them on a journey from overworked, overwhelmed, and overcapacity to attracting limitless success, abundance, and prosperity in their professional and personal lives. Fiona works closely with Aaron Fall Haskell, who was a guest of ours 2 weeks ago, and is a proud Societe ambassador and spiritual coach. Having worked in senior leadership roles in the corporate world for 2.5 decades, including most recently sales and marketing director for a household brand, Fiona has a wealth of experience to support the work she delivers today. As well as her one-on-one coaching, Fiona leads regular workshops and classes on positive mindset, law of attraction, and abundance, and is a licensed workshop leader in the philosophies of the iconic Louise Hay. Fiona's mission is to help her clients transform to live in their true purpose, passion, and power. She's passionate about creating trust, community, connection, and safety, nurturing each individual's innate wisdom and power to create their own confidence, success, self-belief, and abundance. Please help me welcome Fiona Drake.
Thank you, Anthony. How are you? I'm
good, thanks. Looking forward to your presentation. Thank you for joining us all the way from the United Kingdom this morning.
Absolutely.
It's 5 o'clock there, your time?
3 p.m., just gone 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
6 hours ahead. Okay. Well, thanks again, and I'll let you take the stage.
Great, thank you. Thanks, Anthony. Hi, everybody. My name is Fiona Drake. I want to welcome you to the 8 Pillars of Business. And as Anthony mentioned, I'm a proud Society ambassador, and I have the honour and privilege of working really closely with Dr. Erin Fall Haskell, and I know that you were blessed with her company recently. So let's dive in, because we've got a lot to go through. So the 8 Pillars of Business. Today I'm going to teach you the exact curriculum we teach in Society to master our skill set. We do a huge amount of work around our mindset. We use the truth triangle. We get to the true I am in this work. But we believe that business development is spiritual development. So today I'm focusing on building our skill set, diving into these 8 pillars of business. And my intention today is to create for you some reflection, for you to think about where you might need some more focus in your business, and maybe illuminate some areas that need some more attention. So without further ado, because we've got a lot to get to, let's dive into pillar 1. And the first pillar is expertise. And this is where we take a look at your skills, your talents, your knowledge. And I want to ask you, what do you do really well? What are you really passionate about? We have a formula for determining your purpose. And if I had $1 for everyone I met who really wanted to unravel their purpose, their calling, I would be a wealthy woman. So here's the deal. Your talents plus your passions plus your triumphs equal your calling. So I want you to think about, what do you do better than anybody else? What makes you different? And why is the world a better place because of you? So this pillar is all about you becoming the expert. What is your expertise? Why would people do business with you? And whose lives do you positively want to impact? And do you have a mission? Soul Society's mission is to awaken 1 billion people. And also within Pillar 1, I want you to explore what you can do to become recognized in your field. Here we work on how we can advance our education, advance our learning, building new communities. Where can we get expert interviews? Where can we attend events like this? Do you want to be on podcasts? Maybe do some media. And when you do things like that, people want to know who you are. So as a business owner, do you have a bio? Why would somebody invite you to present? They want to know who you are, what your expertise is, what are your qualifications, what are your credentials. So start creating your bio so that you become the expert and go-to person in your field. So that is pillar 1. How do you become the expert in your field that people automatically want to come to and do business with? Number 2, product. Pillar number 2, product. Product and pricing. I love this pillar, and I actually taught it this week. Who is your ideal client? When we know who we're talking to and what their pain points are, you can truly communicate with them and create a solution for their need. So who here, I'd love to know, who is clear on their client avatar right now? Do you have that clarity in your business? What are their pain points? So when you know your ideal client's pain points, you know how to truly talk to them. So what influences your ideal client? Where do they hang out? Who inspires them? How old are they? Do they have family? What is your avatar's name? So I have a clear avatar. I know her name, I know her age, I know where she hangs out, I know what she does, and I know what her pain points are. So then I can create my messaging to talk to her. So an avatar. Your avatar is your ideal client, and you build up a picture of exactly who that person is. Are you clear on their positioning? So think about with regards to your pricing and products. Let's move on to that now. What are the products that you sell and what are their prices? So this is all about product pricing and avatar. Are you clear on your product's positioning? So think about the hierarchy of your products. What is the name? What is the price? And what problems does that product or service offer? So this is really niching down on what your expertise is. So you create your expertise and then you create your products and your messaging and your avatar around that. And this allows you to then really, really speak to the people who you want to do business with. And I can't stress enough how getting clear on your audience and what their problems are and the solution that you're offering and how you can help them really creates messaging and content that really speaks to that person or that demographic. Thirdly, want to look at platform. So this is where we break down how we deliver that messaging to our clients. It's almost the vehicle for communication with our clients and delivering our products and services. So I'd love to know, what platforms, what technology do you use? And this is where it gets really interesting because there's so much choice available. Obviously, right now in this meeting, we're using some extraordinary technology which allows us to talk to the world. Now, let's just think, maybe you have a website. I have a website, but not everybody needs a website. Maybe other alternatives might work better. What social media platforms do you use? Where do your clients hang out? Again, understanding your clients, know where you need to hang out. Are they more on LinkedIn? Maybe they're on Instagram, Twitter. Do the work to find out where your ideal client does their social media. And then you can also be in that space as well. And then also, let's think about the back end, not just communicating with our customer, but where do you keep all your documents? How organized are you? How do you store everything? Let's think about finances. Do you use an accounting package? Do you scan your expenses? So within this platform, within this pillar, we look at your platform, we look at technology, we look at how you are getting organized and how you are speaking to your clients. So going back to finances, do you scan your expenses? How do you keep on top of your admin? What software can you consider to really make life easier and get yourself organized? And then there is delivering your content. How do you deliver your content to your clients? So are you using things like ClickFunnels or Kajabi? Maybe you're doing emails regularly and you have a bulk email client. How do you communicate with your teams, your internal teams? Is everything in one place so that they can go to master documents and master information? So really have a think about how organized you are and what platform really work for you and where you might need to explore this a little bit more. And maybe have a think about your customer facing platform. You might have a website, you might do some social media, but it may be that it's YouTube that works really better for you. Or it may be that it is a podcast that is your platform that allows you to connect with your audience. Or maybe it's a TV channel. So think about the platforms that you can use to connect with your client. And number 4, again, is a great pillar that I love talking about, and it's marketing. Branding. How is your branding? How strong is your branding? Does anybody here feel like they've got a very, very strong brand? So what is your business story? I want to pose lots of questions to you today so that you can really start looking at where you're really strong and maybe where you need to focus a little bit more. So let's have a look. Does your business have a story? My business has a story. What is your business story? Do you have a strap line? Do you have a logo? And is your logo consistent across all of your marketing? Do you have brand guidelines to make sure that everyone's using your brand assets in the right manner? Do you have defined colors? Do you have defined fonts, defined copy, so that anybody in your business can promote your business and do it with a universal approach? So in this pillar that we teach within Soulciety, we also look at how to market yourself as a business. So your social media strategy, what is it? Is it clear? What do you post? And when do you post? Is it a good mix of content? Maybe you're running ads, email campaigns, webinars with calls to action. These are really, really key, all very, very topical subjects right now. Really great methods to reach your clients. So I know when I worked in the corporate world, I was seeing my clients day in, day out, face to face. Life is very different now. We have so much technology available to us. So how do you connect to your clients? So let's have a think about other things that we can do. Direct mail, probably less so in this day and age. Networking, massive opportunity to meet new people and to meet your new client. So really have a think. Pillar 4, marketing. What is your branding? Do you have a brand story? Is it as robust as it really needs to be? Because your branding, your story, this is an incredible asset that is worth a huge amount to you, because straight away it's what people identify you with. Number 5, pillar 5, is sales. How do you get your sales? Does your client come to you? Or do you have a system that connects you to your clients? Do you have a sales team? So think about all the ways we can sell. Maybe you get on sales calls. So for me, when I work with my clients, depending on what it is that is being sold, I will jump on a discovery call with a client, a one-to-one high-end client. I'll jump on a discovery call, and it gives us the chance to meet each other, to confirm whether we're that right fit. So how do you connect with your clients? So let's have a look at some of the ways. As I mentioned, going back in my corporate days, I used to go and visit my clients. So I'd have face-to-face meetings, I'd do product presentations, I'd do training. What is it that you're doing with your clients? And really have a think about other ways of connecting with your clients and doing sales. So sales through website, sales through social media. But what about selling from the stage? Maybe you're doing a talk, maybe you're doing a conference, maybe you're doing an event. How can you sell from the stage? So also the other thing is, I'm from a service offering right now. And so what I do is I work with my clients on coaching. So it's a service, but maybe you've got a product. So are you selling your product online? Maybe you're selling them in a retail capacity. So really have a think about what are the channels for you to sell. So in this pillar, we really do a deep dive into sales, because sales it's part of life, isn't it? It's an exchange, it's an energy exchange. So another thing I'd love you to think about is, how easy do you make it for your clients to buy from you? Is it intuitive? What would happen if a client sees your product or your service, wants to buy it, but then they reach a brick wall and they can't go any further? There's no call to actions. There's no button to press. There's no logical process to take them to the point of pressing that buy button. So have a think about, are your processes as robust as they need to be in that area? How do you onboard your clients? So for me, in the coaching world, for example, I will onboard them. They'll complete a discovery form. They'll send me some information around them, about themselves beforehand, what their goals are, what they want to look to achieve. And so make that easy, because when we're onboarding and bringing new clients on board, that of course sets the tone for how we do business further on, and the offerings that we are working with them on. So how intuitive and how easy is your process? How easy do you make it for your clients to work with you? So make sure that any experience that your client has from a sales point of view is as flawless as possible. Because if this isn't done right, then it starts the whole relationship off on the back foot. So really tighten up that front end so that you can walk in with confidence and deliver what the client has bought from you, whether that's a service or a product. So number 6, operations. Question for you: who has an operations manual? I ask so many people this, and not many people have an operations manual. So this is a valuable tool. How are you managing your operation? This pillar is all about organization. And as Dr. Erin always says, why is it called an organization? Because it demands we become organized. So are you organized? Do you have an ops manual? Do you have a place where everyone understands, everyone can go to, and everyone understands all of your processes and procedures? And even if you are a one-person business, eventually your business might scale up. And I would recommend to you now, even if you're a one-person business right now and you don't see the need, you know where everything is, but if eventually you hire a VA, you add another person into the mix, these individuals will need to know how you operate, what your procedures are, and where everything is. So that is my invitation to you, is think about putting together an operations manual. Are all your appointments in one place? Do you have everything filed away for easy retrieval? Where are all your social media hashtags, your copy? Really, my invitation is to get yourself organized. If this isn't organized in your business, as you up level, as you grow, as you expand, you will realize that it's easier now to have done it at this stage rather than further down the line. So if you're not organized now as maybe a 5-figure business, you'll definitely struggle if you become a 6 or 7-figure business, because business becomes a totally different animal. And pillar 7, we'll move on to pillar 7, which is finances. So, of course, it's the smallest of pillars that I'm going to talk about because we can't legally advise on finance. But what we can ask you is, how organized and how in order are your finances? Do you have a process for managing your finances? Do you budget? Do you have a clearly defined process? Are you a person who keeps all your receipts for a year and then at the end of the year has to spend 3 weeks trying to sort them out? Or are you someone like me who's fairly disciplined, and at the end of the month, I do all my monthly accounts and I do all my paperwork and I know it's all done and dusted? So what I would invite you to do is really have a think about how organized you are in terms of your finances. Do you have the appropriate legal processes in place? So finance plus legal. Do you have contracts? Do you have client contracts? Do you have supplier contracts? And if you do have contracts, are they up to date? Do you have the appropriate insurances in place? And again, maybe you are working under license. Are your licenses as up to date as they could be? And that the financial and legal side of it, it's a really important pillar because it's something that is more the back end. It's not as fun as the sales and the marketing, but it's absolutely crucial that we get that element really, really robust and really organized. Number 8 is partnership. And this is huge for developing business. Collaboration. So who are your partnerships with? Who do you partner with right now? So collaboration is really a watchword of mine. And I believe that we can gain much more strength, much more impact, and touch more people the more we collaborate. So who can you partner with? Who is on your wish list that you would really, really love to work with? Who could you become an affiliate for? Maybe there's an opportunity for a joint venture with somebody. And then think about sponsorship. Sponsorship, giveaways, swag bags at events and conferences and things like that. What can you do to collaborate maybe with an influencer? These are all different and new ways of growing your business, getting your message out there, getting your branding out there, and really connecting with so many new people. So partnerships, in my opinion, are the real way forward. And as we know, life is abundant. There is no competition. The more we collaborate, the more we connect, the more we work with people, the more opportunities come to us, and the more we are rewarded exponentially for sharing our talents and our gifts with the world. So I would invite you to consider who you could be working with right now. Who could you partner with? So there we are. We've talked about the 8 pillars of business. Firstly, we talked about expertise, becoming an expert in your field. How do you become that go-to person that everybody wants to do business with in your demographic, your ideal client? Product, pricing, avatar. Get really clear on who your client is so that you can talk to them. Platform. How do you get your message out to the world? What is the technology you're using? Marketing, your brand credentials, get them really robust. They are an asset and they are very, very valuable to you. Sales, how do you get out there? How do you sell? Is it an easy process? Are you allowing your clients to easily do business with you? And operations, how organized are you? Is everything in the same place? And finances, are you organized in finances? Do you have a budget? Do you need to look at this a little bit more? And finally, partnership. Who are you partnering with? What are the opportunities there? So there we are. We are done. And I hope that's given you some food for thought and maybe highlighted some areas for you to maybe put some attention or focus on. And maybe it's confirmed where you have some really strong, robust pillars in place there. But I really, really hope that's helped you. And I would love to answer any questions when we get into the Zoom breakout rooms. But thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity to share these incredible tools that all credit to Dr. Erin has put together, these incredible 8 pillars of business that I firmly apply in my business and I work with all my clients on. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation, Fiona.
Thank you, Anthony, for the opportunity. It was great.
Yeah, I see a lot of comments in the broadcast about how well received that information was. So thanks again.
Great.
Well, I'd like to invite everybody to join us on the Zoom call. And I'm just pasting the link in the chat right now. So all you should have to do is look into the comments, click on that link to the Zoom meeting, and Rochelle should be there moderating that call. Fiona and I will be jumping on in just a few minutes. So we invite you to join us.
Yeah, come over and join us.
All right, I'll see you there, Fiona.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks again for joining us. We have a presenter coming up on the 5th Thursday of this month. Her name is Joanna Shakti, and she talks about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I don't know if you've explored this for yourself, but the first time I heard Joanna talk, I learned that by accepting my own femininity, I could become a better man. In the past, I didn't really accept the choice that I had to accept any feminine part of myself. And it really shut me down to having more enlightenment about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And so Joanna is the specialist on this topic, and we've invited her to give us a 60-minute lunch and learn workshop. So this is interactive activity, and so I invite you to put this down on your calendar, and here's the information on that.